Oh, Mark Ruffalo, how low can he go? He's the Gruffalo indeed, but he may not be starring in Marvel movies. Why? Well, take a look at this. Ant Speak says this, as Mark Ruffalo doesn't understand what per capita means or why it's relevant. He also hates millionaires while being a millionaire himself. Here's what Mark Ruffalo had to say recently, February 13th. Here he is.
It's the billionaires. Well, we're seeing what's happening. First of all, we're understanding that the immigrants aren't the criminals. If you look at the statistics, most of the crimes that are committed in this country are by white people, that non-immigrants, and they add to our economy by the billions. And so for every horrible thing that you have to go through in life, you get an equal gift in return. And the gift of this time is that we get to see who the true villains are.
White people. White people. Fear them. Fear their pasty skin, their crimes, their actions, their sins. Fear the white people. Mark Ruffalo continues on, and I just want to remind everybody as we're playing these, all these are coming out this month. And what did we just find out from a report that Star Wars, Lucasfilm, Disney, silencing some of their folks? Gilroy saying that for Andor, he was not allowed to use the word fascism in the lead up to it, the publicity tour. So if Mark Ruffalo's out here saying this stuff and Pedro Pascal suddenly went silent, one's going to start wondering, hey, wait a minute, maybe Mark Ruffalo the Gruffalo can't ruffle feathers no more because he's not an Avenger. Possibility, maybe. Is he going to be in the Avengers? Is he not? Well, here's more Mark Ruffalo. You be the decision maker. You decide, have they let Mark Ruffalo go on by because they've had enough of him, even in the lefty land of Disney?
In New York, rent is crushing people. Childcare now costs over $20,000 a year on average. All while Trump's policies keep making billionaires richer, while working families endure cuts to essential services.
Lauren, would you say that New York is following the advice of President Donald J. Trump? Would you say that's true?
No. I think they have a gentleman named Zoran Mamdani who is quickly revealing how incompetent he is at civic management.
What are his politics? Is he a conservative, Republican, maybe libertarian?
Nope.
What is he? You said Mamdani? Is that his name?
That's the one.
Sounds like a guy who worked for Disney one time. What is politics, Lauren?
He is a communist.
Okay. Well, New York. Okay.
Well, I thought it was technically, isn't he a democratic socialist?
Yeah, close enough. So rent's too dang high, says Mark Ruffalo, in a place that recently elected a socialist, a.k.a. commie. Go ahead, Mr. Hulk. Tell us more.
So last year, over 1 million New Yorkers came together to vote for Mayor Mamdani's affordability agenda. So who's getting it?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second here.
He's even dumber than I thought.
If they voted for it, why has it not happened?
Well, not only that, it's like he's trying to blame the Trump administration for it while outwardly admitting that they voted for Mamdani's agenda and they're not doing well. He says it right there and is not aware of what he just said.
Maybe we should keep playing. Maybe he will elucidate further.
In the way. Governor Kathy Hochul has a choice to make. You protect working families and tax the rich, or make Trump's cuts worse by forcing everyday people to pay more. 60% of New Yorkers, like me, agree that we should tax billionaires and corporations to fund childcare, housing, and transit.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure this one out. Guys, did the Hulk, this guy who is famous for having green skin and being CGI'd, isn't he a millionaire guy?
He is.
Vash, he's a millionaire, right?
I would believe so. Let me go ahead and check his net worth right now.
Check it out real quick, Vash. We got to find out this. But he's not probably a billionaire. What's his net worth, Vash?
$35 to $40 million precisely.
$35 to $40 million. So, but that's not rich. This is sounding like Bernie all over again. We got to tax the billionaires. Because millionaires, well, that's me.
Working people shouldn't be the ones always stuck with the bill. This Wednesday, February 25th, thousands of folks are going to Albany to send Kathy Hochul one clear message. Tax the rich for a New York that we can all afford. They can handle it. Trust me.
All right. That's the Marvel Man. That's your Hulk. So, guys.
Are millionaires not rich?
No, he just said tax the rich, the billionaires. Not him. Don't tax him, culture.
Okay, you know what? Hey, since Vash guy is a resident, guy with all the numbers and everything, Vash, how many billionaires are there in the United States?
Oh, I knew this at one point. I think it's like in the hundreds, right?
Yeah. But how many of them live in New York?
Well, no, wait, Culture. We're getting pretty advanced here, okay? What we need to ask is, can billionaires actually afford the U-Hauls they'll need to leave New York if they start taxing the billionaires to pay for communism?
How about I suggest they already left New York?
Oh, darn. That's going to be a real problem.
Yeah.
This is really... Somebody better let Mark Ruffalo know. He probably doesn't know that.
I mean, Delaware did something dumb, and they drove out all of the corporations and destroyed their tax base. New York's done something similar. Zamdani was not a solution to a problem. He was a problem that exploded all over their faces.
Now, wait a minute. Hang on. Lauren.
Okay.
If this guy's out there saying this stuff, very, very political, he's allowed to have these positions. We're not being mean to him. We are questioning the logic of it, given that billionaires can just move. But Lauren, if Disney is silencing Tony Gilroy, not allowing him to talk about fascism, and we're finding out they might be doing the same thing to other celebrities when they're on the tours, is there a chance here that Mark Ruffalo has been let go from Marvel and might not be the Hulk in the upcoming, at least this next Avengers movie?
There's a chance, but honestly, I think he's just testing to see whether or not they would actually take action against him. I have not heard anything that would say that he's been fired or muzzled, outside of the rumor that was out a few weeks ago that I don't think had a lot of credibility to it. I mean, it's possible he's not in it. I don't know, but I don't think he's a very bright person. I think he's an actor. He can act. I don't think he's very smart. And I think part of the reason that you're hearing him speak this way is that people who live in this rarefied air, they have the luxury of viewing themselves as being above everybody else, and they fail to consider out the consequences of their actions to the nth degree. They forget that people act in their own interest. It's like, sure, tax the rich. What are they going to do? They're going to raise prices on any of the products and services that they produce to pass them on to the consumers, who will now have to pay higher prices. And failing that, they'll move, and you'll lose the bulk of your tax base because the rich already pay the bulk of the taxes, which means that once again, the people that are below you are going to suffer. But he doesn't have to worry about that because he doesn't have to suffer the consequences. These people have nothing but brains of cottage cheese and Jell-O.
What flavor of Jell-O, just for chance?
Well, have you ever seen those old 50s cookbooks when they have really disgusting recipes in them? Think of it as like lemon Jell-O with cocktail weenies inside because they used to do things like that. That's what I'm picturing there.
Lauren, I'm so proud of you that you managed to segue that. That was perfectly well done, sir, as opposed to Jell-O with tiny little beanie weenies in it. Thank you. Mark Ruffalo. Vash goes off screen. I'm not sure. Sorry about that,
Sorry
Vash.
about that. I was going to sneeze like right there, but okay, you're good.
Oh, do you need to sneeze still, Vash?
All good. Go ahead, sir.
All right. We've pressurized the sneezing out of the man. Vash, with Mark Ruffalo, I don't know that if celebrities go as far as he's going, that they're viable. That's why I wonder. But I got to say, I'm kind of with Lauren on this one. I think he's testing the waters because if Disney were to take any kind of action against him, where's he going to go? Immediately, Jimmy Kimmel. I'll guarantee you, Jimmy Kimmel would have him on there the minute, which Jimmy Kimmel is employed by Disney. But Mark Ruffalo would go to Jimmy Kimmel Live to cry, with Kimmel crying, I'm sure, too, about how he had been fired and his free speech had been stripped from him because he's not part of the MCU.
Yeah, that's a very distinct possibility. And think about it. Josh Giamaro wants to ingratiate himself with the creative community, so he's probably not going to do it. And Dana Walton, well, she just got out of a situation with Jimmy Kimmel. She's probably not going to do it either. So he's held accountable, maybe by nobody. And he's just allowed to say whatever he wants at this point. I do think there's something to be said about whether or not he's actually in this new Doomsday movie. I mean, we know that pretty much everybody's in it, probably. But Mark Ruffalo, I mean, his appearance didn't really help She-Hulk. So are we necessarily going to, pay out his massive salary in order to help out this film with so many other A-listers? They don't actually need to.
You're right. He probably is embittered because he was not awarded for supporting actor in She-Hulk. That probably is the problem here. I just want to say, folks, given that Mark Ruffalo is saying that white people are very dangerous, he is from Wisconsin, Kenosha, Wisconsin to be exact. And my understanding is that Mark Ruffalo is Italian in ancestry and perhaps also has some French Canadian in him. He is very pasty. If you are near Mark Ruffalo and you feel like you're in danger, folks, there are hotlines that you can call. There are people that you can get involved to try to save you. Do not be left alone with Mark Ruffalo, especially if you're a billionaire. And it is time to put a bow on it, for this one, folks, is a gift to everybody who wants to know exactly what's going on in the entertainment industry. And we are so joyful that you were there to receive it. We hope that you had a great time. An attitude of gratitude on this channel every single time you decide to spend time with us. As we get ready to say goodbye, we only ask a few simple things. Click that like button, share, subscribe, click it, and stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, so waste not yours. And folks, as you get ready to head out that door, do you have a place on social media that you love to share this sort of thing? Hey, you can make this YouTube video sing by putting it out there for your friends, your family, and for those weirdos who just won't leave you alone. Folks, until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
There are men who go to sea to find fortune. Men who go to sea to lose themselves. I went to sea to find honor. Since I was a boy, I was forged in discipline, faith, duty. They called me loyal. They called me righteous. They called me useful. But the sea does not care what a man is called. Only what he becomes when the world takes everything from him. I prayed for peace, and the world answered with only death. I have seen honor used as a mask, and sin used as a shelter. The devil walks plainly in this world without shame or fear, and now the ocean carries whispers of men who believe they can burn faith out of this world. They are wrong. My name is Jonathan Reed. My story has only just begun.